Hey guys, most of you know me as Kristen, and I know my biography. I am a teacher. So, you guys, I'm a teacher of English language and teacher in English, and I love literature in English, especially uh, prose, poetry, and drama. And it's today, actually, the 28th of May. It is with sad news that we have learned of the passing on of our favorite professor, Ngugi wa Thiong'o. First and foremost, who is Ngugi wa Thiong'o? Ngugi wa Thiong'o was born in 1938 in Limuru, Kenya, and is one of Africa's most influential writers. He's a Gikuyu, and he has been writing both in Gikuyu and English. And his work centers on colonialism, language, identity, and religion. And you know why? Ngugi wa Thiong'o once had a Christian name. And his name originally was James Ngugi. But he dropped his Christian name in the 1970s. And when he got revealed through his works and his portals of thinking really were so great. And it's not by coincidence that I'm thinking of dropping my Christian name Christine. Anytime from now, I'm going to drop it, and I'll do away with the colonial name and not far from now. So Ngugi has taught at universities around the world and is a strong advocate of African languages and decolonizing our mind, education, and our literature. So these are the lot of books that Ngugi wrote while he was still here with us. He wrote Whip Not Shell, that is in 1964, and that is his first English novel by an East African. And secondly, he wrote The River Between, that is 1965. And his third novel was A Grain of Wheat, 1967, and Petals, 1977. So those are some of the things that Ngugi wrote. You guys, you should keep his legacy burning. And then he wrote about Devil on the Cross, 1980. But originally it was in Q and then translated it into English. Mitigali, 1996. The Tribe That Kimathi, The Wheat, Umalo When I Want, and that one was written by another person called Ngugi Wamili. And he also wrote memoirs and essays. One of my favorites is Decolonizing the Mind, 1968, Moving the Center, 1993, Something Torn and 2009, Dreams in a Time of War, 2010, that is a memoir, and that is in 2020. So I'm here to talk about decolonizing the mind. This is a brief summary of decolonizing the mind, the politics of language in East African literature. Is a collection of essays in which Ngugi argues that language is a key tool of colonial conflict. And yes, I can truly say that is true. Ngugi critiques the way African writers and institutions have prioritized European languages like English, French, German, Italian, all name them, over the indigenous African cultures. And he's right. It's a shame that even after studying in English right from kindergarten to primary to secondary to university, if you want to go and study abroad, you sit for IELTS, which is expensive and expires every after 2 years. And it's a shame that right now I can write English, but I cannot write my local language without missing errors, without spelling errors. So he really wants that to be worked upon. But he wrote this thing in 1986. Up to now, no one has really taken the initiative to bring this in Africa. Ngugi emphasized that using African languages in literature, education, and everyday communication is essential to cultural liberation and reclaiming African identity. Like he says, but before you do that, most of the countries, developed countries, of course, they study in their mother tongue. I know and I believe that a subject, an element studied in a mother tongue is much more comprehended than something studied in a colonial language, a language that is foreign to you. So that in that way, I think we should walk the talk. He says he describes African writers and intellectuals have been alienated from their culture. And that's true, guys. You see parents, they beat their kids when they speak their language, their mother tongue. In German, we say Muttersprache. And you find parents, the one that kids speak English, and they labor and try their levels best so that their kids can speak the white man's language, and then abandon their own, which is really bad. If you want to decolonize our mind, religion is one thing. Foreign God, foreign religion, we are like in that set of hybridity in between. We don't know what we want. Jesus is white, everything is white, everything black has been demonized. It's high time we came back to our real senses and walk the talk. Me, I'm soon deleting this Korean name from my documents. So, rest in peace, Ngugi Thiong, and I'm sure you will still be remembered in the literature fraternity. And I'm walking in your steps. Thank you, guys. That is it.